Sup guys, how we doing, and welcome back to another YouTube video. So I haven't done a video like this in such a long time. I've been doing a lot of podcasts, getting people on speaking about their experiences. I must say the support of those have been absolutely crazy. I do apologise, some of the sounds in some of them is a little bit echoey, but the support has been crazy, so thank you. So I'm probably a little bit heavier since the last time you saw me. I'm currently weighing at 92 kilos, which means I'm now 10 kilos above my stage weight. So I competed at the start of June, it's now the start of October, so it's about 4 months difference, which isn't too bad. I'm kind of quite comfortable with the weight I'm at the moment. So for the last few weeks, I've been eating 225 grams of protein, 600 grams of carbs, and 65 grams of fat. This week and next week, I'm now eating the same amount of protein and fats, but I've just brought down carbs down by 100. In the end, I did push quite hard on my calories, but it's purely because I wanted to get to this weight, because I know this is my maintenance weight. So I'm quite happy with my physique where it's at the moment. Obviously it's quite hard when you do a contest prep like this, and for myself this is my first time, and you see the condition that you can get to, and then trying to reverse and get back into sort of an off season and wanting to improve the next time out. It's kind of hard to see those changes kind of disappear really. So highly branched cyclic dextrin is back into the intra-workout. I haven't been using this since my prep really, because obviously I was injured, didn't really need to use it, but 25 grams is back in my intra-workout. So I started taking the supplement in my off-season for two reasons. One, for that was the introduction of kind of intra-carbs for myself, anything that's fast absorbent. And secondly, my off-season, my food was going up quite a lot. I just want an extra way of kind of getting more carbs in. And also that's a great tip for anyone that perhaps can't get the food in. Highly branched cyclic dextrin is really, really good for yourself. It doesn't really kind of bloat you out or anything like that. So I got this lime flavour from the Warehouse Factory. I normally get it for my protein because it's a little bit cheaper with the discounts they have, but it was just unflavoured, and yeah, if you've ever had anything from my protein or any kind of supplement that's unflavoured, it's not good at all. So I changed it up a little bit and got this lime flavour.
There's a hack squat in there, and usually when a gym is of the level in which I've got a hack squat. Bit Jenny, that was okay, it was not a bad gym, but I think
it's quite weird. I have this weird like rice cake jam obsession. So when it comes to show day, or when I did my show day, and everyone was like, oh no, rice cakes and jam, and I was just eating them. I was so happy. Like, it's my go-to food. I really, really enjoy it. So when it comes to your nutrition for the day, especially your kind of pre and post workout, make sure you actually enjoy what you're having. It's so important to find out what works best for yourself. This is where individuality comes into it. Everyone's a little bit different. I know some people that perhaps can't digest potatoes as well as I can digest potatoes. Rice bloats me out a little bit, so I don't try and have too much rice. Everyone's a little bit different, so you've got to find out what works for you. So off to the gym now to do my lower A session, which is going to be here. And I'm really kind of progressing with squats at the moment, really kind of happy with where they're going. So I went through some videos the other day of my squats and how bad my form is on my Instagram. Literally cringed me out so much, but I've kind of, like I said earlier, I've broken that all down, and I've kind of started again. So at the moment I'm either maintaining or beating my numbers from the week before. Especially something like a compound lift like squats, it's really, really pleasing when you're kind of beating the numbers from last week, and kind of progress from there. You know you're getting stronger, you're in the best possible position to put on as much tissue as possible. So this is a hamstring focused workout. This is a video that I did a few weeks ago, so go ahead and check that out. And this is mainly hamstring movements, but still includes quads, glutes, calves in there as well. So If It Fits Your Macros is a great nutritional approach to get results. I myself fully believe that. It allows flexibility, it allows people that perhaps aren't necessarily like kind of bodybuilders that can follow a strict diet to include kind of foods that they enjoy, and most importantly still get the results that they're after. However, with that being said, and I know a lot of people touched on this before, your macros are your macros, and it's so important to, yes, have that balance, but don't fill your macros with loads of burgers and pizzas and ice creams just because it kind of fits your macros. So If It Fits Your Macros allows you to have that flexibility, so you don't have to have the same meals, kind of meal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. It allows you to kind of replace and swap foods that perhaps you quite fancy and you can still include in your diet on that day. It allows you to have different foods daily, weekly, as long as you're on target for whatever you're doing, whether you're cutting, you're maintaining, or you're bulking. But however, it does get lost with a lot of people, and a lot of people do think that, you know, you can have a Krispy Kreme donut every single day because it fits in your fat content, which arguably, yes, you could do that. But you're not going to have the most optimal results. And yes, you can kind of get away with that, but you don't want that as your kind of fat source. You want to include your avocado, your dark chocolate, your peanuts, your peanut butter, things like those. So those kind of foods that should be staple in your diet anyway, so it allows you to have that little bit of flexibility where, you know, at the weekend or during the week and you're out and about and you do fancy a donut, you can have that. But it doesn't mean that you can kind of have it every single day because it fits in your macro target. So I myself, as I've got older, I've actually got a little bit more structured. So Monday to Friday are my training days at the moment, and the foods stay quite similar on those days. That being said, if I did fancy something slightly different in the evening, a carb source or a protein source, I'll just replace that with whatever I'm having on that evening. And then at the weekends, that's kind of my flexibility. My girlfriend now doesn't work weekends, so we kind of go out for dinner and things like that we don't perhaps do during the week. And as long as I kind of get my protein sources in there, everything else is a little bit more flexible. So that works myself. And as I said earlier, whatever you do in fitness, whether it's your training or nutrition, make sure it works for you and it's customized to you and it works around your lifestyle, your job, and all of these things that you got to kind of take into account. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.